Welcome back to Two Shit Blokes podcast. Today we're talking all the latest NRL news, breaking down last weekend's trial games and previewing this weekend's trial matchups as well as we get closer to round one. We've also hit all things Super Bowl, which will be later in the show. Big shout out to our sponsor, the Balloon Bar by Emily, and a huge thanks to the Bella Vista Hotel for having us. All right, let's get stuck into the show.
How are you, Jace?
Going well, Dave, yourself?
Oh, I'm going well. Mate, did you comb that today, or you just went el natural?
All natural.
Very good. Very good. I heard a rumour that we have another sponsor, Jace.
Not as yet.
We don't.
Working on the artwork.
In negotiations.
In negotiations. We're playing a bit of hardball.
Right.
I will shout out the sponsor, but she's sending me all the stuff. It is, how do I refer to it? Thermologica? Thermologica from Penny Thermomix, the consultant.
Okay. What's a Thermomix?
Does that sound right to you? Logica?
Yeah.
Thermologica.
Yeah.
So it's all things Thermomix
What is
related.
a Thermomix? I don't know what one is. You explain to the audience, Jace.
It's basically a built-in wife in the kitchen.
Right.
Sorry,
Max. Cut.
So it will basically, and I'll say it does everything needed to cook anything you want and actually has a screen to tell you how to do it step by step.
Okay.
To the point is you just put it in there and hit a button and it does it for you. And it will do anything.
It's not like an air fryer.
It's not, no. It's not an air fryer.
Right, I don't know what it is. Don't mock me.
I am mocking you.
All right.
It's like a metal bowl that you put something in and it just cooks it for you. It's unbelievable.
Okay, so you do like roasts in it and
you can do anything.
Baked potatoes.
You can do anything. It does.
Well, maybe we should learn more about it before we plug it.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for the paperwork to come through from our sponsor about how she wants us to sell it.
Right. Okay.
And also, too, I will say the sponsor is single and looking to mingle.
Okay.
And we guarantee that if she does have a date, I'm just saying, time-outs. If she does have a date, we guarantee that her friends will not go along with her.
Oh, that's a Two Shit Blokes guarantee.
That's Two Shit Blokes guarantee that she will go.
Mate,
by herself.
I'm not pimping out the prom queen.
I never said cash needed to be exchanged. I said she's single.
I'm still not pimping her out.
Dude, how else is it?
All right. So, why would you buy this? Is it something you buy your missus for a birthday or Christmas or Mother's Day? What would you buy it for?
I'll say you will buy this for all those, but you'll also get it to particularly young parents that have to have that routine, when they're both working and then things are chaotic and they need meal preps done. This thing does that in seconds.
And it's faster than an oven. Is that what you're suggesting?
It's faster, it is, but it's also the variety it cooks. It can cook like your simple children's meals, baby food, up until full three-course meals in one device. It's quite extraordinary. And
sounds awesome.
What will happen is, and we'll put it on the link, we'll give you a YouTube to it where you can actually be taken through what it actually does. It's pretty remarkable. So big thanks out to the Thermo from with Penny.
Yep.
But we won't say too much more because she's not sponsoring us officially until next week.
There you go, a freebie, Penny, and then we'll start charging.
Yeah. Yes.
What's the other sponsor, Jace?
The Balloon Bar by Emily.
Oh, it's still around. Wow.
Going strong. And many orders have come in for the Balloon Bar by Emily for Valentine's Day. And if you've missed out, well, that's your fault. And unfortunately, you will be in trouble with a wife or paying exuberant fees elsewhere. Emily would have done a fantastic deal.
Absolutely. But if you are in trouble, get in contact.
Get in contact tonight because all orders close at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning.
4 a.m. Get on it, people. And the flowers are beautiful, by the way.
Sydney-wide delivery.
Sydney-wide.
Free delivery.
Free. Unreal. Can we talk some sport?
Can I tell a story?
Yes, definitely.
All right,
I've been waiting all day for this.
I've got to tell a story. I do need to
Once upon a time.
And I'm very excited about this story.
Okay.
So I need to do it justice because it's like when you see a great movie, you tell everyone it's a great movie.
Right.
And then they see it.
You haven't got great form with great movies.
And then people see it and then they go, you hyped it too much.
Yeah, true.
So I've got to go this story. Okay, so...
Who's the story about, Jace?
My beautiful wife, Emily.
Oh.
I have to tell it.
You sure you want to do this?
I have to tell it.
Okay.
So...
Has this been sanctioned?
Yeah, it has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I told her I'm doing it.
Okay.
Unlike yourself, I won't be censored. All right, so what happened was...
censored.
My wife is beautiful, amazing, and everyone loves my wife because she talks to everyone and is so engaging and lovely. Me, on the other hand, I'm kind of her plus one, so people tolerate me because of her, which I'm happy with. And my own family have said that if we ever got divorced, they keep Emily and I'm out, which is fine. I accept that, right?
Yeah, if we ever not friends, I'll be friends with Emily, not you.
Yeah, and that's generally that's a strong
I'm
consensus.
taking Emily's side if you ever break up. Yep,
that's
done.
a consensus, right? And I accept that because she is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have two children, beautiful girls, Brooke and Lauren. Now, Brooke is 24. Brooke has a mild intellectual disability. So she went through a support class through primary school and high school. And in the support class in primary school, she met this wonderful friend named Bella. Now, recently, Bella's mum reached out to us and said, look, Bella goes to stuff like group outings and catches up with other kids with intellectual disabilities in a controlled environment with a carer. Would Brooke like to be interested? And we're like, you know what? That sounds great. Brooke gets to spend time with her friends, gets a bit of respite, but they do some fun stuff. They also learn life skills, which is very important, right?
Yep.
So we set up a meeting with this lady who organises these outings for 10:30 yesterday morning.
Right.
So the meeting's all scheduled. She's going to come over to the house, and what she's going to do is she's going to assess Brooke, make sure she's suitable for this, and also we sign all the paperwork. Ready, 10:30. 10:25 in the morning, door knocks.
Right.
Dogs go nuts. Now, I have 3 dogs.
Mm-hmm. Your loud doorbell.
And my dogs go nuts
Yep.
every time. And so the door goes. So the ladies, they've arrived, and there's 2 of them. Fine, no dramas. Emily goes to the door. Oh, hi, ladies. Hi, I'm Emily. So sorry about the dogs. We'll just get them outside. And it's like a UFC fight. We're choking our dogs, dragging them out, everything. It's chaotic, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Emily's saying, come in, ladies, come in. Oh, do you want to take our shoes off? No, just come in, ladies, come in. So sorry about the dogs. The ladies were looking at us, they're somewhat like a bit hesitant. And I thought it might have been because of the dogs. They're very loud, and I thought maybe they're just not dog people. And then the lady goes, oh, I have a dog. Yeah, it might smell my dog. Okay, no worries. Just come in. Just kind of standing there, not really advancing. So anyway, eventually Emily insists, come in. And they go through to the kitchen. I get the dogs, put them outside. Now, Emily introduces herself. Hi, I'm Emily, and this is Brooke. Brooke is the one you're here for. Remember that quote.
Right.
Brooke is the one you're here for. Okay? 24-year-old, beautiful girl, never caused anyone to hassle, lovely child. I'm kind of in the background again as Em says, oh, would you like a cup of coffee? Oh, no, thanks. Would you like water? No, we're good. Then I hear from the room, we're here to talk to you about our Lord and Saviour, Lord Jesus Christ. Now, I kind of just...
This is not the meeting you signed up for.
I kind of just stopped and just went, what? And I kind of put my head out to the corridor to look at Em and see what was coming from the room. And Em's kind of like looking back at me, just blank. And she just said, in mouth to me, but with volume, these aren't the right ladies. And I'm like... And then her famous quote, fix this. And I'm like, right, okay. So I go into the room and realise the ladies are carrying folders, and I'm looking at the folders, and it has all the quotes from Jesus and church. What is it? The Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm like, she's brought Jehovah's Witnesses into the house.
No. What has she done?
And I go, ladies, I'm so sorry. There's been a mistake. We thought you were someone else. We're waiting on someone. I kindly have to ask you to leave. And they're like, oh, okay. So I move to the front door and I'm open the door, trying to fan them out.
Yeah,
like
just usher them.
Yeah. And then one of them starts just talking and says to Emma, oh, that's a nice photo. And Emily's like, yeah, that is a nice photo. I bought that. And goes into a story of where she bought it from. And the lady goes, oh, I like the colours. It's like my shirt. And Emily's like, oh, I love your shirt. Where'd you get your shirt from? And starts having a full-on conversation. Now, when you let these people into your house, it's like a vampire. You can't invite them into your house because they don't leave. It was very awkward to try and get these ladies to finally get out of our house because they literally thought they were there to save my daughter. from salvation because she's the one they're there for. We get him out of the house, and Em looked at me and goes, "Oh, fuck, what was that?" I went, "Did you not speak to them at the door and go, 'Hi, who are you?'" And she goes, "Well, they turned up at the same time. I thought it was the ladies." It's like, but don't you, like, just need to get ID, do edit? No, apparently my wife doesn't need any of that.
She doesn't?
She just needs people to turn up, go hi, bring them into the house. And that's how the Jehovah's Witnesses came to be in our house.
And that's how you became a Jehovah's Witness. Or Brookie did anyway.
Poor Brooke's in a cult now. She doesn't even know it. All because she just wanted to go on some respite time and spend, go to the zoo and have some fun outings.
She's going to start her own podcast and join the Mormon wives.
Mate, when you hear that, we're here to talk about Jesus, the Lord our Saviour.
The fact that you're getting her out the door and she's starting conversations. What are you doing? Em, do better.
So that was my story. Did it live up to the hype? I still think it's one of the funniest things that's ever happened.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Righto. Can we do some sport now?
I don't know.
Can we do what we get paid for? Well,
we're getting paid? All right, let's go.
Well, the Bloom Barber Emily is paying, isn't she?
She's just, yes. Let's talk. Payne Haas signs with Souths. What do you think?
Well, firstly, I think it's fantastic for Souths.
Great signing.
Signed 3 years, 1.25 million is the reports.
Per year.
Yep, which is pretty good money.
Yep.
There's a 10-day cooling off period.
Brisbane have offered him now a 5-year deal.
For 1.3.
Yep.
But his manager's come out and said it's not about money. He wants to play for Bennett.
I don't even think he wants to play for Bennett. I think he just wants out now. I think they disrespected him significantly. They offered him a very low deal.
That was the rumour, but then the manager and the club's come out and said that's not the case. But that's a smother, right? He's got to spend another year with them. So
what they say is a low deal. They might think it's not a low deal. He might go, look, and in the scheme of things, if they've offered him $1 million a year and other clubs are offering him 1.2, 1.3, it is a low deal.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things.
For what he's done for Brisbane.
But in the scheme of things, if you're being offered $300,000 less or 25% less than other clubs, you're being lowball.
But don't you think sometimes when you're in Brisbane, you're living in Brisbane, your life's set up in Brisbane, clubs are going to lowball you because they're going to go, well, he's going to do the math and it's going to cost him $100,000 to go to Sydney, or it's going to, relocation costs and all the rest of it. They're going to try and lowball you a little bit. But the best prop in the game seems silly to me. I
think if you're going to lowball someone, you have to have a conversation with their manager and talk about, look, we want to offer you less on the provision because we believe, one, you set up here, this, et cetera, we can buy X amount of players that will contribute as well, and also to beyond rugby league, we can do A, B, and C, right?
But with Payne, and no disrespect to him, he's not going to have a media career.
No, he's
after football. So he needs to milk it for every cent he can get.
Yeah, you can, but you can still have a career with the club in some respect afterwards.
Yeah. But he's not going to be on...
No, he's not going to be on Channel 9.
Well, he's not going to be on... He barely talks. So
you can have him on the podcast.
Yeah, he could, possibly. We won't get much out of him. But he wants to play for Wayne. I tell you what I do respect for him is the fact that he didn't make it a media circus for 12 months.
No, he just did it.
He just went, I'm done.
Done, yeah.
I'm out.
It did catch them off guard.
Well,
but that's contracts.
Brisbane, that happens to every club. It doesn't happen to Brisbane very often. No. So you got to respect for the fact that he was upfront about it.
Yeah.
And that he, I think it's great for South. South need some success. They have been a bit shaky since they won the comp.
Do you think this changes their outlook? I don't.
No, they got no halves.
Cody Walker's 37. Latrell, Cody Walker will be 37 in 2027. Latrell Mitchell will be 30 in 2027.
Yep.
Their halfback at the moment is not set in stone, so unless there's someone coming through the ranks, I don't know if there is. Don't get me wrong, their forward pack will be amazing. However, without the halves, and I don't know, Wayne Bennett would have to have a plan in place.
Yeah, he would. He would.
And they will have a lot of money.
He's got to get Fafita to fire. I know that Latrell's off contract this year, at the end of this year.
They'll sign him again.
It won't be for much.
No, couldn't.
Yeah.
Not with the injuries now.
His form's been terrible.
As a centre, I'm excited to see what he does. He's not a fullback.
No. Well, he hasn't got the K's in him.
No, not anymore. No. And that I don't begrudge that, actually, because there aren't many high-quality fullbacks in their 30s that you see running
But
around.
I always thought he was a centre anyway. I never thought he was a fullback. He wanted to play fullback.
Yeah,
but I don't never thought that he was a...
Yeah, you've always been critical of his work rate, which is fair enough.
Yeah, he's lazy.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, one thing with Latrell, and I've said it previously, is that he could have been the greatest rugby league player of all time.
Yeah,
But he's one of those players that came through the system. Everyone was telling him how good he was, and he didn't have to do any work to make rep teams, etc., etc. So he never put any work in, and then his career's passed him by without him actually achieving what he could have achieved. I don't know if you agree with that, but I think he could have been the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I do. I think that about a few players, though. I think Willie Mason could have been one of the greatest back rowers of all time.
Yeah.
And just kind of fizzled out because of off-field issues and stuff. And I think Latrell probably...
What was the game last year that he cracked the shits and then just tore him apart in the last 10 minutes?
Which one?
That's what I mean. You upset him.
Penrith? There was a game...
I thought it was the Titans, to be honest with you.
There was a few... Oh, mate, there were a few. Like
they upset him, and he just went to town on them.
But he could play 10 good minutes and win them a game.
That's all he has to play. He's that good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a real handful in the centres if he's fit this year.
Yeah,
I really do. I think he's just... I love watching him. Adam Reynolds to retire at the end of the year.
Yeah, well, I think this is probably a year too late, to be honest with you. He's had injuries constantly.
And he's got his grand final. I wonder how hungry he'll be.
That's true, but he's getting all those, calf injuries and lower back issues that he's got. Good luck to him. I'll give you some stats on his career. He's won a comp with South in 2014. Yeah. He played for New South Wales twice in 2016, games 1 and 2. He won the comp with Brisbane last year. Obviously, we know that, and he's played 309 NRL games. Mate, that's phenomenal.
Mate, it's massive.
And he is, Is he the best halfback I've ever seen? He certainly is not. But, my God, he's a consistent... His kicking game's great. He's a very good rugby league player.
He's not the best halfback I've ever seen. I completely agree. But I think he's probably one of the... He's got probably one of the best kicking games I've seen. I think his kicking game is outstanding. Even that last year in the semis against Penrith when he had to kick from the sideline. Nails it. Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like he's just got that in him. Like he's just so good.
Ice in his veins.
Yeah, he probably is unlucky not to have won another 2 grand finals, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got great temperament as a player. He doesn't panic. He's, under the pressure moments, he delivers. He's been a very, very good rugby league player.
I think he's very lucky to have won. I shouldn't say like he's not lucky to have won a grand final last year, but because I think the other grand final where they lost against Penrith, that would have haunted him if he didn't win this one.
Yeah,
because he went in a shell in that second half and allowed Penrith to just run over them. And I think that really that would just hurt you.
Yeah.
And so the way he responded was just very fitting of someone of his stature in the game. So
by all accounts, he is a wonderful human being, they say. He's a very, very nice man.
Yeah, and so good luck to him.
Yeah, I wish him luck.
Yeah.
He'll end up coaching.
Yeah.
Halfback coach or backs coach or something. He'll end up back in the NRL, in and around the sport.
And he can talk too, so I think that he has some conversation.
I don't know if that's something he wants to do. He's pretty shy.
Yeah. I guess for the right dollar you would.
I'll do anything for $1.
$50 is $50. I think with Brisbane long term, they've invested in, as we said last week, Pezzett from Melbourne, who's now at Parramatta this year, so they'll get a good look at him this year, and then they can decide what they're going to do long term. But yeah, I think that's where Brisbane see it. But now they're going to have a lot of money left over from Payne Haas, so it always scares me when Brisbane have money in the salary cap.
They're salary cap. If you look at it, Walsh was on $1 million, Haas was on 1.2.
That's what I'm saying. Now that's free.
Staggs, Carrigan, and Mean are on 700.
Doesn't matter.
Mate, they got money now.
They've got money.
They got $1 million to spend.
It concerns me because
they got to upgrade Ricky.
But they'll just go out and buy someone great. They can now.
You can't replace the best forward in the game.
No, you can't. But you can. I know you got $1 million to try.
And buy 2 good forwards.
So yeah, that was good.
I wish both of them luck. I don't have an issue with what Payne. Actually, I appreciate what he's done because he didn't make it a circus for 6 months and make it all about him. He's signed his thing. He said he's sticking to it. So the story will burn out by the end of the week, and then they can do their thing.
Good luck to him, mate. Happy to see it.
Trial games, Jace.
All right. So first game was Have you written it down? Yeah, Cowboys beat the Dogs 34-30. It was 28-6 at halftime. I found that the game was just men versus boys in the first half.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it was men versus boys in the
first half. Yeah, it was.
Like the Cowboys, they started with Clifford at 5'8". Clifford at half and Purdue at 6.
Yep.
Clifford clearly was the best choice.
Was the best player on the park.
Yeah,
by a country mile.
By a mile. And I think you've seen now, and we'll go into it a bit later in the trial games this week, because the Cowboys have almost named a full-strength team. They've put Clifford at 6.
Yes.
And Dearden at 7.
Correct.
So Purdue is back in the centres. So Todd Payton, I think, was wanting Purdue to give him a shot at 5'8". I think he's realised Clifford's definitely
Did you notice a young man by the name of Mason Barber in that game?
The name I've written here, who had a try, 10 runs, 100 metres, 1 tackle bust, 1 line break.
Tell you what, Drinkwater better get his ass in a gear, because he's really going to struggle.
He is the future of that club, mate.
I know he had an ACL last year, I think. He didn't play last year, but do you see how big and strong he is for a fullback? And he's got the way that he brought himself into the line, mate. He's showing maturity above his years.
He was good, mate. I thought he was very good. I don't know what to take out of the Dogs. They just didn't play a first-grade team.
Yeah, you can't take anything. So that was garbage.
Yeah.
What was the you mentioned the guy that came from Manly, the hooker. He was terrible.
Yeah, so
I did like Lukey, the back rower. I know he's played
a lot,
20-odd games of NRL.
He's a good young kid.
He is, mate. He's a solid back rower. He scored a try, obviously. Yeah. Good player. He's another one to look out for. I'd never taken much notice of him before, but he was really good.
He was last year. He played a lot, and him and Nanai are going to cause a lot of headaches this year.
Yeah, the only thing you could say from that, if you want to take a little bit of form out of that, their defence wasn't up to scratch. But you can't take anything out of a trial game.
You'll get more out of it this week because they've got a full-strength team.
I think the next game's more interesting.
Yeah.
The Dragons beat the Knights 28-18, Jace.
So it was 12-all at the half. Dragons won 28-18. So for me, it was all about Cade Reid. What's Kyle do, mate? What happens there? So Cade Reid is the Dragons, I guess, backup now, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So Kyle Flanagan is the team's first choice, 5'8", with Atkinson being the halfback.
So Mike, I have a question to you, right? You're a smart man.
No, I'm not.
I use that loosely. They can't win the comp this year. They don't have the cattle.
No.
Right? Do you play Kyle for the first 2 months until you pretty much know that you don't have the cattle to win it?
No.
And you blood?
No, you don't.
Cade Reid?
No, you play whoever is the best. My opinion has always been whoever is the best player in that position on day one will play.
Yeah, but the experience of
Flanagan
gets him in.
For me, that's only my opinion. I think they will play Cade Reid in reserve grade to get him playing against men, like as in the Jim Bank Cup.
That's what I mean. You play him for the first half of the season and then bring him through at the end of the year when they're not playing for anything?
Yeah, look, I think if that's their long-term plan, maybe. Yeah, probably. I just don't. Look, if I think, I need to correct myself, because if Cade Reid has not played against men as yet, and that was his first experience against it, then you would probably play him for a couple of games. I mean, if he's going well, I wouldn't wait for 2 months. I'd be playing him as soon as he's shown he can.
Well, his try was special.
Yeah.
Like put it on the toe.
He's got it, mate. He's got it. He's got speed to burn.
I know they're talking a lot about him chasing down.
Yeah, but that's good.
The other bloke.
That was good. But
that showed commitment to the game, but his game management was outstanding. He's got a very good kicking game as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be wasting the year with him in reserve grade.
No, you wouldn't. That's what I mean. As I said, I'm a believer. I'd even start him on the bench and let him come on, to be honest, as utility. Nothing to lose.
What did you think of the Knights? The Knights were nearly full strength, right? Sorry.
Serious. Come on.
Sorry, it's your show.
Do better.
Okay.
Setu 2, the winger for the Dragons, very strong.
Yep.
Big talk about him, and we'll do some Supercoach stuff in another show, maybe a bit later, closer to. But from a Supercoach point of view, I think 99% of people will have him in their team. He had 10 runs, 168 metres, so he seems to be a very strong and a big winger, which is and has got speed. Terrell Sloan too, 9 tackle busts. He had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
So that's good signs for them. But he was at fullback, so again they got Gutho at fullback.
It's going to be. They're not.
It's going to be Gutho
because
Gutho is safe. But I think I don't want to be safe. I want to win games. I'd go with Terrell Sloan, but that's me.
What did you like anyone in the Knights?
Yeah, I did. Kyle McCarthy, their centre, was strong. 17 runs, 195 metres, and Thomas Cant had a really high work rate.
Yeah,
a goal kicker, I think, too. But he had a very high work rate. The Knights, too, I did not like Greg Marju. I thought Greg is looking quite slow. He's a
big unit.
He's a big unit. I think he's too big now for a winger.
Yeah.
I think he's too slow. I actually think Fletcher Sharp, who was the 5'8", would be better on the wing.
Did you take any notice of Matt Arthur from the Knights? He looked really good at hooker.
I saw him play last year. I think he had one game last year, maybe two, off the bench, and they've got big raps on him. They do think he's a very good hooker.
Yeah. So Matt Arthur's the son of the former Parramatta coach, Brad Arthur. He's only 21. Mate, I can see him playing a lot of first grade this year.
There was talk, and I know that the times don't really match up, but when they let Reid Marnie go, they felt that he was going to be the future for Parramatta at hooker.
Right.
But then obviously it fell away with
flicked
Brad.
His dad.
Yeah, so he left and went to the Knights. So
that mustn't have been pleasant with all the kids are out the door.
Yeah.
It must have been pretty nasty on the way out.
Well, I'd say yes, but I wouldn't have paid Jake Arthur for another season.
No.
He wasn't good. Like, I'm sorry, but he's not.
Isn't, mate, you're not getting a disagreement out
No,
of him. We were bagging the shit out of him last year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going
to... mate, he'll be the man of steel in...
Yeah, but you're not going to sign him up and say, because your dad's the coach, we'll give you another year.
No.
So you're going to get rid of him. But apparently, the hooker is a very good footy player. So, yeah.
Not apparently. He was very... I know he wasn't playing against other first graders, which, mate, it's 2 steps up from what we saw on the weekend. But...
Yeah, he's very good.
There was some pretty good performances from some players, so... All right, let's get into this week's, Jace.
All right, so this week there's a stack of trial games, so I'll kick it off Thursday night.
I can't wait. Thursday night footy, Jace. How good's that?
The Dolphins are playing the Titans. Look, the Dolphins have a few interesting selections. Cobbo starts for them in the centres.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing Katoa. Katoa's playing at halfback.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Good on him. Tom Gilbert at 10 and Morgan Knowles at 13. I like Morgan. I'll be interested to see how he goes.
Playing. Kafusi's playing. Mole's playing.
So there's a few big names in there.
Asako's playing. Flegler's coming off the bench.
That's good to see.
It's a pretty good side.
Yeah, it's pretty good without being great. You know what I mean? Like, it's got some good stuff, like Katoa, obviously. The Titans only have really no one. So they got DeGroot at 1. He played a fair bit of there last year. Matt Feaguy from the Dragons is there at 4 in the centres, and Lachlan Ilias is at 6. So after his stint at the Dragons ended, he went up to there. He's their backup halfback and 5'8", so he's at the 6.
That'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Yeah, look.
Because we wonder if Flanne's going to get vindicated.
Of course he will.
So, you know.
But, look.
Because they were pushing pretty hard for him to make grade.
They were pushing hard for him because he was, last year they pushed hard for him because he gets dumped from first grade, goes into the reserve grade. They win like 11 games straight. He's basically their best player. He did everything asked of him in that respect to go out and do that.
Yep.
And they still wouldn't put him back in the team despite the fact that they weren't playing well, but yet Kyle got to stay in the team and King Tonga was still there. So I think the argument was, hang on, like, be fair, and I don't think Flano was. I know he's your mate, I know you love him, I know all that, but I think that was poor.
Okay, you do you, boo.
Do you think I'm wrong?
I wouldn't have put him up.
You're a dickhead.
Well, they weren't going to. The reason why I say that is they weren't going to keep him. They were always going to let him go.
They may have, but this is the whole point about having your best player be in the team.
Well, it's not if you're not going to play for a final spot.
You're just saying that because of Flano.
He's the greatest coach that ever lived, mate. Seriously. Sharks forever, baby. Friday
night is Raiders versus the Storm. My take on this is I'll get into the Raiders team later. The Storm, the only notable player is Trent Lahiro at 13.
Yeah,
he's the only name I knew.
And that's because he's the only bloke that didn't get rested before.
And I'm pretty sure that's Craig Bellamy punishing him for the grand final and his lack of discipline.
Yeah.
You're playing in the first preseason game.
And you're not coming off. You're going to do the whole thing.
80 minutes we're going to play you for.
And if you get put in the bin,
we're coming for you. It was just a very noticeable.
But was he the only player in the Storm side that didn't? That was the Penrith team. That was only one regular first grader played in the game before the finals. I thought it was him, but it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. No. Mate, Trent Hero was the guy that we said in the game before the grand final, his discipline is terrible. This and that. And sure enough, he gives away penalties in the grand final and then gets sent to the bin for 10 minutes for ill discipline. So
I'm only being silly here, but I'm pretty sure Ricky's just given all his sons a run in.
Well, the Raiders team they got
Chevy Stewart playing fullback.
Chevy Stewart. You got Jed Stewart on the wing. Dane Laurie at 7. So I think Dane Laurie's a really good pickup for them because he is utility that can play anywhere in the back line.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
I really like that.
He's ex-Tigers, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He was Penrith last year and the year before. He's been, but he was very good at fullback for the Tigers. So he was kind of sitting behind Dylan Edwards. Was never going to be their starter. So went to the Tigers, had a few good years. Then went back to Penrith, just basically again as a utility. Played a lot of footy, and now he's at the Raiders again as a utility. So they've got Tamale at 4, Jed Stewart at 5, Dane Laurie at 7. They've got Owen Paddy at 9, and Owen's a very good hooker. And they got Seb Chris at 15, which is surprising.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why if they're trying to get him runs in the...
It's probably unfit, mate.
Yeah,
probably
maybe.
A bit unders. Maybe he's coming out of injury or a surgery, and they're just trying to get him some
kilometres in the legs. Yeah, righto. So, again, that's not really a strong team. But, again, it'll be good to see some of their juniors and some of these other players come.
Well, as I said, I really enjoyed last weekend.
Yeah,
and I was bagging it, saying I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah, you were. You were very anti-finals.
And then watched every minute of every game. So, what a psycho.
Then Friday night, again, we've got the Cowboys versus the Panthers. The Cows are full strength.
Yeah, Matty Lodges,
16.
Our man, Matty Lodges playing. That's good.
Yeah, good to see him in there. So he's in there starting 17, which is good. As I mentioned earlier,
they'll get 20 minutes and the whole team will be off.
I think Todd Payton just wants to see the starting players and see how they respond. So Purdue at 3, Clifford at 6. So it's good to see. For me, that is their strongest halves combination.
Agreed.
Panthers have no people I ever heard of.
Everyone but that one bloke that.
And you watch, they will find players in their juniors that will come.
They'll give the Cowboys a run for their money. That's what they do every year.
They're just so good with their depth. The Warriors versus Manly is the first game on Saturday. You got a pretty strong team with the Warriors actually. So you got Aleka Halasimia at 4. He's the guy that was their second rower, but he can play centre. Did a bit last year. Very good player. Tuivasa-Sheck at 5.
Yeah, I'm surprised who's playing. Yeah. Surprised Capel's playing. I'm surprised. Aaron Clark, my favourite.
Yeah, they got some good players.
I don't know why they're running them blokes around. Maybe they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But that's a very strong side.
It's a strong team, so maybe they're just getting ready. Manly have no starters and a couple of fringe first graders. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's their whole team. Anyway.
I think that is their starting team for this year. I've got some friends that follow Manly, mate, and because I follow the Tigers, I can't say much, but Manly do not look strong this year, and I think...
I got me mate Chris, the metering man. I keep saying they're going to get the spoon. He carries on like a pork chop.
Well, I've got to say, one of my old workmates is a mad Manly fan, and he's a very astute observer of the game as well. I should actually reach out to him and see what his thoughts are, because I do think Manly will win the spoon.
Yep.
I'll be interested to see what he says. He's a season, I'm pretty sure he's a season ticket holder, goes to their fan day, goes to the games. I'll be interested. So, Camo, I'm going to reach out to you, mate, get your thoughts on this, or put a comment on it and let us know what you think. Then moving on, the big game is huge. It's probably going to be the grand final preview, fair to say. Tigers versus Roosters. So we have...
And nobody's playing from either side.
I will say that the Roosters are $1.80, and I think you could put your house on them because the Tigers team is not that good.
So
and the
Jersey
Roosters,
flag side.
Yeah, and the Roosters have some pretty decent players. They've got Tommy Talau at 4. Hugo is at 6. The Butcher brothers are at 8 and 12, and Sia Wong is at 13.
But if only those 6 blokes that went on the field, they'd still beat the Tigers. Geez, I'm a nasty prick.
That's true. There is a player for the Tigers that I think you should look out for is Luke
Go on.
The winger. Number 2, Luke Lalili. Is
I don't make it. What's wrong with Smith?
It is. I know. I can't speak. He is.
Mate, I'm not bagging you. I get you to read.
Just say Luke. Luke L is the Bears winger. He's actually going to be the Bears winger. He signed with the Bears for 2027. He's a Tigers winger on coming up. He's only young. He's quite raw, but he's a very good footy player. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I think he'll spend a lot of time in first grade this year. And the centre, the 3, Macassini for the Tigers again. Big raps on him. He got a taste of first grade last year, and I think he's got some. He's got a big future. So good to see these guys play.
At the Tigers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure he does.
You are just a low human. All right.
What's the next one, Jace?
The Knights and the Dogs.
Both are pretty much full strength, right?
Yeah.
No, Ponga's not playing, is he?
No, Ponga. But Brown's playing at 6, Smith at 7, Fletcher Sharp at the fullback position. Tyson Frizzell moved to the prop. Whatever you make of that.
I think he's been playing in the middle most of the time anyway.
His name's at lock forward on the weekend.
Yeah, but he usually plays in the middle. He's a big unit.
The Dogs are missing Leo Thompson.
Yeah.
And
Carraz
and Montoya.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yep.
They've got Burton at 6, General Towards at 7.
Yep. That's Galvin for anyone who doesn't know.
Man.
We hate him. Anyway.
So there's a few there for the Dogs, but that will be interesting to see how these two teams go when they are at full strength and how that pans out.
So we didn't really touch on it, but the Dragons beaten the Knights when the Knights were pretty much very close to full strength last week.
You can't say they were close to full strength.
Mate, they had a lot more first graders running around than St George did.
They were missing $2.5 million of their salary cap in 2 players, Ponga and Brown. That's a big miss.
But they've got to get used to the Ponga not being on the field.
Yeah, but
he doesn't play that often.
Do you have anything positive to say
about the Knights?
Just about anything?
No.
No. Other than your mate Flano, who is just
the greatest coach in the history of the NRL. We turned the porch light off, mate.
Yeah. That was a natural victory. No steroids needed in that one. So
it was peptides. So to get the drug right.
So look, I think that So I don't think that the Knights. I don't think you can take much out of the trials. It's just everyone's way.
I think you can take a little bit out of the first half of this one.
Yeah, when they're all at first strength, but it's still a way to get rid of your cobwebs. But I still think without Ponga there, make it as well because he is big for their attack. But yes, this is the way that I'm more interested in watching how the Dogs kick because I don't think that their short kicking game was great last year. I think Galvin is not a 7. I will say
that's more greater interest in Galvin over the first month of football is to see how he's adapted to a full pre-season in the 7 at the Dogs and see where he's at as a player and whether we're right and they're wrong. We're wrong and they're right.
I was going to say, as much as I don't like what Lockie Galvin did at the Tigers and how he went about it, I do hope he is successful as a first-grade footy player. He's only young. I do think that...
You don't mean that.
I do.
Don't bring this podcast into that realm.
I do. I don't want to see someone miserably fail. I want to see the Dogs fail because I think that they were very unhanded in this, and I hate Gus Gould. But in terms of Galvin and his development, I don't want to see the kid go off into the sunset. And I'm concerned that could happen because if he fails as a 7, I think the Dogs will just cast him aside.
Yeah, they will. They're brutal.
And he has a big future in footy, whether it be as a lock forward or as a 6, but he has to want to play those positions, and I don't think he does.
What's that halfback they were talking about? He didn't play on the weekend, did he?
No. Woods.
Yeah.
Matt Woods.
Yeah, I was hoping to see him on the weekend, but
Mate, they were saying that don't be surprised if he is 7 and Galvin 6 by the start of the season, but hasn't. They got Burton at 6. Some people are saying Burton may not even be there by the trades by the week 6. No, right. June 30. June 30. They're saying that don't be surprised if Burton's not there anymore, which just is bizarre. But I don't know why you get rid of a player of his calibre. It just is, Makes
0 sense to me.
But in saying that, you can't have Burton, Crichton in your centres because that's your salary cap tied up in 2 centres, which is ridiculous. So you do need to have Burton at 6. Now, this will come down to whether Galvin can actually be a 7, an effective 7.
Or a 6 and Woods comes in and...
That's it. And if they do that, they're not going to have 2 points.
It's a lot of question marks because Haywood, he's an issue.
He's starting at 9.
So we're going to see if they've progressed in the off-season, where they're at. So who knows? Move on, Jace.
Yeah, who knows? We know.
We're the experts.
Yep. All right, so the Dragons are the game after that.
Is this the Charity Shield?
Yeah, the old Charity Shield.
But they're not calling it that anymore?
I don't think so, mate.
Well, that's a shame.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's yeah.
Well, it's history, mate. You can't just turn it off.
I don't care.
Roger that.
So we've got the Dragons versus Bunnies. The Bunnies have an interesting number one, Matt Duffy, or Dufty, as you say. Old Dragons flyer.
Is he the pest?
Yeah. I'm trying to word it. He was a very good rugby league player.
Yeah.
Had some exceptional games where he was man of the match, showed flashes of brilliance, but from all accounts, he was a terrible teammate.
Yeah.
So he went to England, and now he's back playing fullback for the Bunnies. There is no real other first graders in that team.
Yeah, and the Dragons are nearly their first grade side.
Yeah, so although
Kyle's playing and say everything's good. King Tongia, is that?
Atkinson is 7.
Oh, that's right.
I tell you, one of the players people should watch is Leilua at 11. There are reports that he has dropped a crap load of weight and has never been as fit. He, at his best, is probably, I would rate him as one of the best ball-playing back rowers in the game.
Yep.
I do rate him highly. If he's fit and firing, that will do the Dragons a great service. Any other games? Yes, there are. There's one more. Sunday night. Oh, God.
Awesome.
The Sharks versus the Eels.
What a great game this will be.
So we've got...
Everyone cancel your plans. This is nearly the game of the year.
It's funny, though. The Sharks have only named Stone Street as their most notable backline player on the wing.
Yeah, got no spine at all.
But they've named almost their full strength.
Yeah. Hazelton, Rudolph, Talakai,
Burns,
Ueli
and Burns. So that's a decent...
That's a pretty good pack.
Yeah. Not obviously your best, but still decent. And you're playing the Eels that have mostly a first-grade team without Moses. They got Jonah Pezzett at number 7, which would be good to see.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So they got Hopwood playing. They've got a few other obviously
Longie's
notable.
playing, Penasuni. So which surprised me because I didn't, again, they'll get 15 minutes and they'll get them off.
Yeah, I think every team needs their starters to have some first grade in them, don't they?
Yeah.
I think they do.
I agree.
It's only unfortunate.
But it's the first round. Usually the second game you pack the whole team out. So.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But they may be playing them this week, and then next week they put the other blokes on and they get a week off. Depends on where they are with their training, I'd imagine. Yeah,
it's look. Yeah.
Did I tell you that my good friends April and Jeff have got Renee and I into a box at the Dolphins game?
No, you did not.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Thank you very much. That's going to be awesome. Corporate box up there.
Can I point out that your wife does not like rugby league, does not watch rugby league?
Yeah, I don't think April does either.
So why are they going?
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
I'm just saying, it could be a corporate event for this podcast.
For Blokes. Oh, we can't steal someone's.
Why not?
Mate, I think they won it in one of those secret auctions things.
It's just disappointing.
It was lovely to invite me because I'm a complete lunatic. So you don't take me into nice places.
Oh shit, no! I don't even like being seen.
What's that horse race you go to that you never invite me to?
The Everest, greatest.
No. What was the championship?
The championship.
Where you go with all the rich people?
Yeah.
Never had an invite.
No, and you never will.
That's why I don't take you nice places.
All right, so that's all for the NRL at the moment. The trial. So we'll have a bit more to report on next week.
Do you like a drink,
get the
Jace?
Results? Yes, please. So
I've got to serve you, do I? Okay.
It is getting pretty exciting now. So we're only 3 weeks out now, or two and a bit weeks.
I'm so excited.
2 weeks out, folks. 2 weeks from Sunday. So it's getting to the business.
When's the All-Star game? Should I have done my research? That's next weekend, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm just concentrating on these trial matches.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have a look later.
It should be exciting. All right. So, yeah, get into it. All right. Now we're on to the Super Bowl, which was on Monday. Just to recap, the Seattle Seahawks 29 beat the New England Patriots 13 in what was probably, in my opinion, one of the worst football games to watch, particularly for a Super Bowl. It was error-riddled, ordinary play, and just a punish to get through.
Yeah, and it's a shame I wasn't the drunkest human being in the world, so I could forget that game.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was. And
the good Super Bowl, which was last year, which I absolutely loved. Still haven't seen the last quarter. Even though I've watched it, I just don't remember it. This year, I remember every moment of that shit fest.
It was bad.
The last quarter was okay, but it was over.
It was 9-0, I think,
at
after
half-time.
the 3 quarters, and it was just a very low game.
Can I give you some stats?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I've written some stuff down.
I'm probably still in. You're probably still in. I'm going to steal it.
You always steal it anyway. Go.
Sacks. Seattle had 7 sacks on Drake May.
Only had 6. I must have found or missed one.
You must have missed. You can't count. They had 3 quarterback hits. They had 14 quarterback pressures on Drake May.
Okay, now if you're going to give me stats, you've got to be correct.
Well, man, straight off the internet.
No, they had 19 quarterback pressures. 14 came from one.
Mate, it's written right there. I just wanted my handwriting.
No. It's because it's saying, just let me finish. Let me finish.
You're talking about Will. Yeah, had 14 attributed to him.
14. So there were 19 in total. So 19 quarterback pressures on Drake May. 14 were attributed to one player, which is Will Campbell.
Which is the left tackle.
The left tackle. So for the left tackle, for people that don't know, it's if you've seen the movie The Blind Side, the tackle position is what that person was playing in that movie. They protect the blind side of the quarterback. And he was the 4th round overall pick in the draft, which means he was probably one of the highest rated for his position. And he allowed 14 pressures on the quarterback. Now, if you don't know what a pressure is, it's when the defense come running for the quarterback when he's dropping back to pass. So on average, in an NFL game, 30% of the time that a quarterback drops back to pass, there'll be a pressure, right? So one quarterback's throwing the ball 30 times, which is quite common. 10 of those, he'll be under pressure to throw. So that's where the good quarterbacks come into it and still are able to pass. There were 19 pressures in this game on 43 passes. So it's almost 50%, almost, I'll say. I won't go into the math. So every second time that Drake May dropped back to throw,
no time.
He was under pressure.
And the only time he did have time, threw an intercept.
Yeah.
He was poor.
Drake May can be attributed to 3 errors. He had a fumble and 2 interceptions. He had 10 passes off target. He was bad. He was bad. Real bad. 10 off target. I had him down for the
Seahawks quarterback was much better in the first half anyway.
Are they all the stats you had?
Yeah, I just read them. They were my...
And they were incorrect. That's interesting. All right, so Sam Darnold had 19. He was 50% of his passing, so 19 passes complete, 38 attempts, 202 yards, 1 touchdown. But most important, he didn't turn the ball over, which is crucial. Kenneth Walker, the running back, had 27 carries, 135 yards, 2 receptions and 26 receiving yards. And somebody actually said before the game that he would be the MVP.
During this podcast.
Who was that, Dave?
Me.
Well done.
Thank you, mate.
You mentioned it. You haven't even mentioned that you called the MVP at $9.
Didn't back it. So
you didn't back it?
No. I don't know what was wrong with me.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm a little bit annoyed.
Why?
Because before the game, on last week's podcast, I said all these things like if the Pats can't stop the rush, it's all over. And what happens?
Yeah.
Like I was 100% right in what I was, the way I thought the game was going to go.
Yeah, and we didn't bet on it.
We were pretty close to the score too.
Yeah, yes, you were close. You had 34-10, 34-14, and the only reason it wasn't 14 was they went for a 2-point conversion at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been 14.
So everything I thought about the game, and then when I went on the punt, I backed everything around it.
Yeah, but we spoke about this, and I know there are people that are listening that will bet to win, and they'll do it at like small odds or whatever. When you're betting unders everything, it's quite boring.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah.
And that's why I know I lost in my multis, etc., and I accept that. But I don't like to say, it's going to be under 40 points. It's going to be, he's not going to throw any receptions and he's not going to do this and that, because it's really boring. And I'm hoping that they do throw all this stuff because it makes the game exciting. And it's not like when it's like this.
That game was the garbage.
Look, I'll go a bit more in depth into some of these stats. So Kenny Walker obviously was the MVP for Seattle with his rushing. Cooper Kupp
How good was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was good.
He was, yes, he had 6 receptions for 61 yards, but he was targeted 12 times.
He was clutch.
Yeah, so he was good. But Sam Darnold was very average for Seattle. So he also should have had a 80-yard touchdown pass.
Don't you think that the cornerback for, I can't remember his name, for
Hernandez,
for the Pats was unbelievable.
He's good, yeah. Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, that's the guy. Don't
Gonzalez.
you think he was unbelievable?
He was very good, but this in the NFL, when you're betting on touchdown scorers, you have to realise that there are only certain moments in a game where they will be given an opportunity to score. There only might be 1 or 2, but there's only a certain number.
Yeah.
Jackson Smith-Najigba, the wide receiver for Seattle, had one opportunity to score a touchdown.
He was open all day.
And
he missed him by a mile.
And Darnold overthrew him in inexcusable circumstances for a quarterback. That would have been an 80-yard touchdown. So, yes, it just was that type of game.
Yeah.
But so Barner, who I did say was a chance of a touchdown, he scored. He had 4 receptions, 54 yards. I know.
And we didn't do it.
No. And Jackson Najigba only had 4 catches.
But he was hurt.
No, but he only got a concussion towards the end of the game in the third quarter.
Yeah.
He had four catches, 27 yards, 10 targets.
But I think that came down to the corner.
It was.
The corner was
very
all
good.
over him.
But also the quarterback play was poor.
Yep.
Sam Darnold was not good for most of this game. Defensively, as I said, Seattle had 2 interceptions. 1 was returned for a touchdown. Again, we speak about it like we should have known there was going to be a defensive touchdown because
we mentioned it.
We did say.
We talked about it.
They had 8 tackles for a loss. I had 6 sacks. There might have been 7, but Murphy and Hall for Seattle had 2 each. Now, the Patriots. So Drake May was 27 from 43, 295 yards.
That flattered him.
2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was as bad as you can see for a game.
Yep.
He also was their leading rusher with 5 rushes for 37 yards. I actually said to that, I said, he'll be running for his life. He's going to have yards.
Yep. Didn't do it.
Mac Hollins was 4 receptions, 78 yards, touchdown on 8 targets. There are others there, but the most concerning one from them was Diggs is their number 1 receiver who had 3 receptions for 37 yards, which is really poor. Yep. He went missing completely. And that was both receivers. Now, I do believe you were the one that said because their defenses are so good, their top receivers usually don't go well.
I did.
So,
again,
the mail was there. We spoke about Will Campbell. 14 quarterback pressures was awful. I've got some stats here for Drake May, if people are wondering, on how it actually compares his performance to other quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. So there have been 60 Super Bowls in history. So the worst quarterback performance was a guy named Craig Morton. He had, I think he was for Minnesota against Dallas. He had 4 completions from 15 attempts, 39 yards, 4 interceptions. Tough day out.
Not wrong about that.
Kerry Collins was for Carolina against the Baltimore Ravens. Kerry Collins had 15 completions, 39 attempts, 112 yards, 4 interceptions.
That's a rough day.
I will say, I actually remember watching this game, and Kerry Collins, I thought he was going to die.
Was he ever seen again?
No, mate. No, it's not even like Ray Lewis was the captain of the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
They were, I'm pretty sure they declared them a street gang by the end of that game because he just didn't want to kill him. I'm pretty sure he went after his family and his kids.
Seattle were unbelievable.
Mate, Ray Lewis led this team and they tormented him. There is another quarterback who has the 3rd worst rating, but then there is Drake May who has the 4th worst quarterback rating of all time in Super Bowls, with a 79.1 passer rating, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions.
I know this is a stupid comment because they got there on their own merits, right?
Yep.
But they did have an easy draw
all the way through. It showed, mate.
They got lucky.
It showed.
They got lucky in the playoffs. And then when they came up against the best side in the NFL,
best defense, the best defense in the NFL, they got floored.
They're still the best. The defense wins titles. So.
It does. The thing that I said earlier, I was always concerned that I thought Sam Darnold had a bad game in him. Which is why I was kind of sceptical. But, yes, he played poorly, but Kenny Walker was outstanding. the Australian punter,
yeah,
was phenomenal. And people may not realise, but he is the best punter in the NFL. He's
$9 million they're paying him.
He deserves every cent.
Oh, mate, that's massive money for a punter.
Yeah, but he got them within the 5 yards twice.
Yeah.
So he pinned the other team down, and the other team couldn't move the ball inside the 5 twice to give their own team great field position later on. He was phenomenal.
Yep.
So he was brilliant. I'll give you some random stat, right? So you get $178,000 for winning the Super Bowl, right? Every player, no matter the position, that's what you earn. It's not counted on the cap. So here you go. You've won the Super Bowl, $178,000. California has what's called a jock tax.
Right.
And they will tax you on the number of days you spend in California as a sports team. So Seattle spent 7 days in California in the lead up to the game, and they are taxed at 3.5% of their yearly salary, not what they earn in that game. So Sam Darnold, who is on $33.5 million for the year, was taxed $249,000 for a week.
Fuck them.
So he made $178,000, and to play in the game, he had to give them out of that. Basically, he had to pay $70,000.
That's disgusting.
$40,000.
That's nothing funny about that.
You know why it's funny is because that state is an absolute basket case.
Yeah.
Under Gavin Newsom, their governor, they got, I think, one of the biggest economies almost in the world, and they have the highest taxes for everything.
Oh, it's coming to a shore in Australia as well.
Companies are leaving in droves to get away from there. Yeah. How do they justify that? And I know he's got $33 million salary, and I understand that. But to tax someone for being in your city with $250,000 just because he turned up there to play
How many days was
7.
7, he got $250,000 for the privilege. Yeah, fuck you. So that's disgusting.
So yeah, so that's that, mate. So that's the Super Bowl.
That's the Super Bowl. Halftime show, Jason.
I don't care. Like Bad Bunny was it.
I agree with you. We talked about it on the day. I thought that the imagery, it felt like it was a music video. I thought all that was awesome.
Visually, it was spectacular.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But other than that,
I don't know him. I don't know the songs.
Didn't know who he was until that day.
And I had that in the rugby league where they've had, I think, Macklemore came out, didn't know who he was, loved it.
Yeah.
Is it Jelly Roll?
No. We had last year.
Yeah.
What was the guy last year? I listen to him all the time.
Yeah. It's not Jelly Roll.
No, I don't like Jelly Roll.
I like Jelly Roll.
Now I'm going to...
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Big guy covered in tats?
Yeah, what's his name? Give me 2 seconds.
Apparently not
Talk amongst yourselves.
It's not Jelly Roll. No. But again, what I'm saying is these guys come out...
Teddy Swims,
right? I didn't know Teddy Swims at all.
Did I. Never listened to a song.
And then he comes out, he rocks, and I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue with him putting people on because I'm old that I don't understand or I don't listen to. I like that.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. I liked the production of it. I liked it, but I couldn't hear the songs. I didn't know.
We couldn't understand the songs. They were in Espanyola,
which is strange.
Which I didn't. I don't. You know.
Did you hear what the NFL? Sorry, I don't know how it worked, but there was an All-American halftime show.
Yeah, that was Kirk's. Just whatever the America First bullshit.
Charlie Kirk's wife.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
They put on
Aaron?
Don't know. Yeah, it's too much politics.
All-American.
Yeah,
thing, but apparently it had 300 million views or something.
Yeah, it went off its head.
Streams.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Kid Rock was on doing it. And yeah, it was pretty...
So it's basically a rival halftime show if people want to...
I did tell you the other thing I was disappointed with. So I always love every year, after the Super Bowl, the day after it, usually a little hungover, I watch the commercials from the Super Bowl. They were dog shit. None of them were funny. It was dog shit. It was just freaking movie stars... trying to be funny. It was dog shit.
I still say one of my favourite commercials, which has started and that still goes, is it the Dunkin' Donuts with Ben Affleck?
Yeah, I
still find that really funny. I really like that the commercials with him. I think they got good humour.
He was in a few of them, and McConaughey was in a few of them. It just wasn't what it used to be funny. They used to nail it. Yeah, it's dog shit.
That's disappointing. All right, we've done something different here. The comments are at the end.
The reason for that is because I want to better see what the flow's like with the show. So there you go.
I know Dave's changing things. I just go with the flow.
No Mo Lester this week.
Good. All right.
Well, that's harsh.
Yeah, I'm cracking down on him. All right, we've got Dan Ox, our friend.
He might like that.
Hey, pals. As to be expected, another shit episode.
Thanks, Ox.
He
was in it.
I know, yeah. Best part about it was hearing that even Paps doesn't want to have a bar of Jason. Most likely didn't hear you due to you lads struggling to walk down the gruesome steps. I hear you complain about all the time. It was good to have a quick FaceTime with you lads after the Super Bowl. Typical Dave blind drunk from half a glass of wine.
True.
You can add another to the shit list. Tigers, Giants, this podcast now that Pat's offense. Uru pals. Oh, always a pleasure, Dan.
You're a good man, Dan.
All right, here we go. We've got Jez, the gay lover. Wow, whinging at a whole new level. Wow, you would think Paps would know who the two shittest blokes are by now. Tell him to do better. The producer was living up to his handsy ways at Super Bowl this week.
That's not true.
Great day out with the two shit blokes, Mo and the lads. Let's see what you can find to complain about this week. What maths doesn't get aired 24/7 a day. Listen, maths is a great show, but I didn't tell. You remember what I said to you or said to the kids that were sitting next to you?
Yes,
on the
I'm aware. Yes.
I got off the metro and Dave said, "Oh, I'm going to keep going because it's closer to home." And all these people were on the metro, and I had to walk past. I said, "Excuse me, got to get off." I said, "Also, please be careful of this man. He's on a register."
Yeah, and then they all sat on my lap, so that was good.
I laughed. Anyway,
I laughed. And by the way, maths is great.
Maths is unreal. How do you not watch Maths? Maths is train wreck television.
No, it's people that you absolutely hate.
Yes, with the jobs that no one knows. What was the job? The charisma and confidence coach.
Yes.
Oh my God!
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
That's what you should say when you are these days.
These jobs that they come up with, and I'm an online motivator. I'm like, if you're ringing this guy to say, "Hey, I need help," you're far gone, mate.
Yeah,
you're done.
You're relying on this jerk. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so get into maths. All right, Jay Willie, where did Mo go? Anyway, just wanted to tell you boys I've popped in for another listen. Still shit, but I'll be back again, not because I'm insane, because I'm hopeful. I happened to spot the one on the right, out at Super Bowl 25, way better than that wet blanket in this episode. We'll tune in for the Super Bowl recap, though. Have I misread that?
No.
Okay. Someone can't think.
So it was a very drunk man wrote that at the Super Bowl party.
A very drunk man.
Hi, Josh. How you going? Not Mo, another Josh. How are you, buddy?
All right, we've got a couple of Papses, people that commented about me on our YouTube channel. All right, so we've got TB74863. Dude yells at stranger that he wasn't there to meet and is angry that he got ignored. Laugh out loud.
That's not right.
I yelled his name. Like, hello.
You didn't yell. You went, Ryan. Ryan. It wasn't even, there was no yelling involved. It was the only reason why we said yelling was I was putting shit on you about him ignoring you.
Oh, this was the best one because this is from a Dogs fan. Dogs stoid for life. Now, this will be great because I'm surprised he can actually spell and write because he's a Dogs fan. Anyway. Wow. NRL players are paid to interact. NRL players are not paid to interact with fans. They can do what they like during the season, in the off season, or when they retire. Just because you've got a podcast doesn't mean you're special. Stop acting entitled. They owe you nothing, even if you buy tickets and merchandise. Never heard such rubbish. Well, I think you would have if you listen to this podcast. I think you'd hear a lot of rubbish.
That's exactly right.
But okay, so
they've missed the point.
Well, yeah, he has. But so he's saying that they owe us nothing. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't necessarily. Look, I think if they want to play up the nice guy and say, come play pickleball with me or, like I see them, when they're playing a game and they're focusing on their job, you don't speak to anyone. Yeah. But if you're just walking past a bloke, you can nod your head. Yeah. You can acknowledge people. They missed the point. It wasn't that you wanted a conversation with him. You just thought, a normal human being, you'd say, "Hey, mate," and move on.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's exactly right. But I do think they owe us something. I do. I'm sorry, I do. I know I may be in a minority here, but if you don't want it, if you don't want my money, don't be a rugby league player. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. Like, if you make money because of the fans, that's why you are in your
game's
position.
only there because of the fans.
That's right. We see what happens when fans go, and I've mentioned rugby, club rugby. It's dead, like, because they don't have fans that go to the games. They don't have it, right?
Yeah.
You are only in a position of prominence and position of wealth.
I do agree with him that then there's no obligation for them to do anything, right? But as a human being to another human being, right, then you do what you want to do. If you want to be an arsehole, then be an arsehole, right?
Yeah.
But, don't then go into the media and carry on like you're the nicest bloke in the world. Be an arsehole all the time.
Yeah,
don't do it when it suits you.
I agree with that. But as I said, I still agree that they do owe us something in the sense that, we invest in the game, then I think they can give us their time.
Well,
and I'm not.
Funnily enough, I was in the change rooms today,
yes,
and the former rugby NRL player was in the dressing room.
Yeah, did you touch him up again?
I felt his ass, yes.
That's nice.
He said hello to me today. I didn't do anything. It was like I was putting my shoes on, right? And I see him every day, right? He goes, "Hi, how you going?"
Did you say?
I said, "Hi, Tim, how you going?"
Can you come on my podcast?
No,
I'm
not putting him in that position.
You should.
We're fuckwits, mate. I'm not ruining his career.
I will say this too, that I was speaking with a friend.
What I mean by that is that's what a human being does.
Yeah, but I'll go with this too, and I'll finish with this. I was talking to a friend who said that they actually met Zach Lomax a while ago. Saw him having coffee with some teammates on a Sunday morning, and it was an older lady, and she went up to him and goes, "Oh, hi, my daughter and her children are such big fans, season ticket holders. Would you mind if I get a selfie?" And he couldn't do enough for her.
Yeah, and I think he's a fuckwit.
And this is the thing. It's all up for perception. As I said, people will say that Ryan Papenhuyzen is the greatest guy. For me, he is the greatest fuckwit on the planet. Other people will have a positive encounter with him, and they will have a different opinion. And that's great. We all have different opinions. That's life.
The only thing is with the encounter with you, it was so benign, there was no reason for him to brush you.
No, dude, absolutely. I wasn't.
You know
drunk.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's, you get approached at, having coffee with your teammates and all that sort of stuff, and you brush someone, and that's fine. But there was no reason for what.
It wasn't 2 a.m. in a nightclub where I'm hassling him, or at an airport, like I'm following him around like John McEnroe. Like, none of that. Like, no, I agree. But other people have an opinion, so good luck to them.
They're allowed to. That's why it's called freedom of speech, Chase.
It is.
And we get to say what we want to say, and they get to fucking smash us in the comments. And
Love
that's
it.
the way the world works.
I love it. Have you got a rant?
No, not really. I'm pretty good. Apart from my daughter keeps, that Benori Dairy.
No.
They went, the gay lover and his missus went up
and
they went to Benori Dairy and got us some cheese.
I'll just get cheese from Coles.
Fucking wife, not the wife, the fucking daughter ate a lot. Taking photos of her eating it and sending to me at work. Ate a lot.
Is she still living there?
Mate, I've got no power.
Crack down, mate. You got to crack down.
These kids, I'm telling you, they're the worst.
I think you need to get some more of the cheese, get some laxative, mix it up, and then leave it in there and see what
She's
happens.
lactose intolerant too. She's probably shooting herself.
All right, so that's our two shit blokes for this episode. Plenty of NRL coming in fast, plenty to argue about, and we'll get back to it all again next week. Big thanks to the Bloom Bar by Emily, and a massive thanks to the Bella Vista Hotel for having us. If you haven't already, follow the show, share it with a mate, and as always, as we say, do better.
Do better, guys. Thank you.